Hello guys, everyone that's listening. Today I'm talking about nature, wonder and nature. Just want to give thanks for the space, Jennifer, for inviting me in. And I'll just give you a bit of context. I'm going to read two poems today. One's about a tree, and the other one is about a developing kind of tantric relationship that I have with nature, and it's really helping me to kind of feel deeper into nature. I went through a little period about 12 months ago where basically I've always had a strong connection with nature, but about 12 months ago things started really opening up for me, and it almost felt like the plants, the trees, the animals, the wind, the stars, like everything started to come into relationship with me, and I started almost being able to communicate with nature and in that kind of see reflections of myself through nature. And these are a couple of poems that I wrote. And the role they're serving now is kind of just in allowing myself to express them to the world and kind of open them up to the world. The poems are starting to become like embodied through my voice, through my expression, and they're actually serving as great tools to kind of empower me and to make me just feel more belonging in this world, and more like grounded to the earth, and more like connected to the stars, and connected to ultimately divinity, connected to this sense of God, this sense of unity, this sense of love that kind of wraps everything up, The first one is called Great Banyan. I wrote it last time I was in Bali. You can see I'm in Bali now. Nice pink flowers, beautiful nature. Very blessed to be here. But this particular tree is kind of it's kind of halfway between two towns called Ubud and Canggu, and I pass it quite a lot because I make that journey quite a lot. And every time I drive underneath it, and I just get this sense of like absolute awe. There's something within me that just lights up, and this I feel an expansion and a freedom, and I try to express that feeling in some words. So I'm going to try and speak it out through memory, which is kind of a bit of an edge for me, but we'll see how it goes. So there's 13 stanzas, and they kind of reflect the 13 moon cycles throughout the year as nature intended. Great Banyan. 1. Your forever grace being forever birthed through your timeless song of the bridging of opposites, of the merging of pairs. 2. Your unshakable power and presence gives the offer of freedom, a beautiful, effervescent sway. 3. Your trunk could not be moved by 6,000 men, and yet I see your leaves tickled and danced by the morning song of cheeping birds. 4. You show me what it is to be rooted so deeply into what you are, that movement through the horizontal planes in search of the self can only cease. As a pillar of presence, you know all that seeks communion is the self bear witness to its own majesty. 6. You show me the sacred sexual dance birthed from knowing what it is to be an erect extension of the primal force singing with great power under and surging through my very feet. 7. You stand forever and thus know deeply what it is to move. 8. Birds and insects, dragonflies and butterflies become as one with your majestic song, as their dance becomes your own. 9. You give, and thus you're gifted. You bless, and thus you're blessed. 10. You stand sovereign in your power, for you know what it is to bridge heaven and earth. 11. To not be strayed, drifting endlessly through the dark woods of illusion and distraction. 12. I look at you and know the earth as my mother, the sky as my father. 13. And I stand, gifted, and I gift, blessed, and I bless you. So that's the first one. Hope you liked it. Hope it gave you a little taste of trees and how they can really make you feel when you connect with them, and what they can offer in that way. So I invite you to go out to your local tree, special tree for you, and just sit with it and start to connect with it and see what comes. The second poem I'm going to read is a poem called Tantric World. It's a bit shorter, but it's very much of the same essence, in that it's just a kind of bridge into the kind of sensual flavour of nature. And it came from, I was actually in Malvern, my hometown in the UK. It's this beautiful town with these beautiful rolling hills. And when I'm there, I go up on hills on my bike. And again, this same kind of time period, I went up there, and it became like a sensual sexual experience, just riding my bike on these hills. And suddenly I just kind of fell in love with the colours and the scents. And it was just, a real opening for me. So, mount my bike and start climbing the hills. The rocks crunching under my wheels send waves of pleasure through my body. Deep breaths of pure crystal water bring the nourishing freshness of life's sweet renewal deep into the caverns of my being. The soft violet hues of the flowers, the ridged edged greens of the shrubs and trees, dancing in ecstatic embrace, cued and in step with the emboldened wind, animated and delighted by the gift of my presence. The delicate pink and orange hues of the drawing evening lights, illuminating the beauty of air, feels like soothing cold water cascading in decadent warmth. It's like I've shed a skin, a barrier between myself and some extraordinary beauty, and now I'm naked, and so is she, and we're caressing each other's silken skin. Because nature is tantric. Tantric, yes she is. And I'll leave it at that. So much gratitude for this opportunity to speak, and have a great day. Thank you.